So I don't even know how this is possible, but a game has gone from one of the most wishlisted games on Steam ever to one of the worst rated games on Steam ever in less than a month after the game was released. Hello everyone, my name is Hayden, and today we're going to be looking into the scandal with The Day Before. So this game was marketed to be a open world MMO zombie survival game, but the final product ended up being really far from that. So first off, I'm just gonna get this out of the way so it sets like a expectation for what this is gonna be. So like I said, it was marketed as an open world game. Um, it is not open world. It is in like it's not a small map, but it's small compared to what an open world map would be. But it's really just an extraction shooter. Like you just go into the big area, grab loot, and then go back to the main hub, and sometimes fight with other people. Rarely, but sometimes. And mostly it's just fighting with zombies, but they're pretty scarce. So when the first trailers for this game came out, I believe in like 2021, a lot of people did not believe that it was true, and there were at least some things were being lied about. But now that it released, they were definitely right not to think that it was real, or there were at least some inaccuracies with what we were shown. Because a lot of the things in the trailers are different or don't even exist anymore. So there were many things that were changed or removed in this. Like, I clearly remember one of the trailers showing a person hopping over like a cement barricade kind of thing. But you can't do that in the game. And it seems really weird that they just remove something as simple as jumping over stuff. And there's also like the cars. One of the trailers showed like super realistic physics with the cars and stuff, like mud, water, all that. That's not really in the game. The cars are pretty much completely different. And it's just a bunch of the stuff in the trailers wasn't true. But they've also stolen some assets too. So this game has, like, for a while, people have said that some of the assets seen in the trailers look similar to things from other games. And now that the game is fully out, people have been doing some research and found some of the things that are similar. So one person on Reddit called BXBL, I'm not going to try and pronounce whatever their name's supposed to be, if that isn't it, but they say that the entire city map portion of the game is available on the Unreal Engine store for $300. So I'm not entirely sure if this is true, but it is there. They do have a link for it and everything. So they could have just bought an entire city. Another person on Reddit called Epic Story 1989 posted a list of a ton of assets and stuff, like voice chat, quest systems, sky creators. There's a bunch of stuff. Like, there's assets, there's systems, there's just so much stuff that they just bought. If all of this is actually real, that they did use this, they bought a ton of stuff that they didn't make. So it looks like the game could have just been an asset flip. In early 2023, the game was taken off of the Steam store because of some copyright stuff with the Day Before name. There's an app called the Day Before Countdown Calendar app or something like that, and the creator of that copyrighted it and took it down, whatever. So there was some copyright stuff with the game, so it was delayed a little longer and taken off the store. But it did end up coming back like a few months later, and it came back different than it was before. So when it did end up coming back, and I checked, it was they posted about it on November 1st. They announced that it would be early access, which it wasn't going to be before, but they're saying, quote, "It will be early access on Steam since this is our first huge game and there may be unforeseen circumstances," end quote. So they made it early access after the copyright, but they didn't make it early access before the copyright. It's just weird to me that they would make it not early access and then just randomly change it to early access. It's just really weird. So now let's talk about what happened after the game released, because it was a train wreck. So the first day, on December 7th, it got 1,082 positive reviews, and it got 6,155 negative reviews, and it just kept going, with negative always being greater than the positive. As well as there was a thing where there were possible bots used for it. Some people claim to have seen like copy and pasted reviews from multiple different things, like the developers were trying to boost the ratings. So they might have used bots, they might not have. The things I found showed that the reviews dated before the game released, so I don't know how true that actually is. But yeah, so they might have used bots for reviews, they might not have. But these reviews totaled to 23,825 reviews, 20,000 something reviews being negative, and 3,000 something reviews being positive. And that put it in the top 10 list for one of the worst rated games on Steam ever. And after that first day, everything just kept getting worse and worse. So on December 11th, 4 days after the game released, Fantastic, the publisher or developer of the game, said that, quote, "Today we announced the closure of Fantastic Studio. Unfortunately, the day before has failed financially, and we lack the funds to continue. All income received is being used to pay off the debts to our partners," end quote. So this game caused an entire studio to close down, and they aren't making any money from it. All of it's being used to pay off their debts. So it did not go very well for them at all. And the day after that, someone posted an article talking about how, I believe it was 50% of the players refunded the game already. So 50% of the people who bought it got their refund within 5 days of the game releasing. And I would show you the article right now, but I don't remember where I saw it. And next up, we have it being removed from the Steam store. Yeah, I don't know the exact day that this happened, but it was removed from the Steam store. The only way you can find it now, and it took me like 20 minutes to do it, was like going on Google and looking for it. It took a really long time for me to figure that out. But it's still there, but there's no way to purchase the game anymore. Button's gone, and it even says here that the day before is no longer available on the Steam store. So as of December 22nd, that's the last update we've gotten from about the game. So on the Steam page and X, formerly Twitter, they posted that the servers were being turned off on the 22nd of January, 2024. So they said, quote, "We regret to inform you that the development company Fantastic has officially ceased operations, and as a result, the day before will be retired and the servers will be turned off on 22nd January 2024. So the game had less than a month, actually. The game was announced to be shutting down. It's just really crazy to me how a game could go from the most wishlisted game on Steam at one point to shutting down a company and being one of the worst rated games ever on Steam and getting shut down in less than 2 months after it released. So, like, I believe I said this a little earlier, that Fantastic was working with Steam to refund all people who bought it regardless of playtime, and they were actually able to get that done, so now anyone can fund it. And that's actually going to be it for our video today. So if you guys did enjoy, like, subscribe, turn notifications, and leave a comment too, because we are taking suggestions for games and movies and stuff like that that you guys want us to review. And I'm also going to be having a review for the MetaQuest 3 coming out soon. Hopefully in the next few weeks, maybe even next week if I have the time, who knows. But that will be it for me for today. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.